Hey guys, so I just want to express my opinion about life itself and what I think deeply in my mind. So I'm basically going to show you it on paper. So hope you like pretty much like space yours. If y'all have anything or y'all want to call me or like say anything in the comments, I would love to pretty much be corrected by every other Christian. And I'd like to hear your opinions too. So as always, let's continue. So right here, I basically drew a circle to represent our Heavenly Father God, and this is pretty much like what he like saying. It just represents like the voice and the this I just put blessings, and these stars represent the blessings that are coming to here. All these like islands and different shape represent like us, and we all have different characters. You see, not every island is the same, but pretty much this represents our different like characters and pretty much our different lifestyles, everything. And pretty much I also put this like this is what the island represents, the islands what we stand on, and you are soul that was made by God, and your flesh is the temple, and the spirit. I forgot what that is, but yeah, like if anybody can correct me, I'll be happy if you can. But yeah, and the next thing I want to show is this. See, this is I just drew like a conveyor belt pretty much, and the conveyor belt only moves at its own. See, it doesn't speed up or slow down. It just comes. And pretty much what we all have to have in our hearts is forgiveness, love, God, Jesus, our loved ones, which is like our friends, family, aunts, uncles, yeah, and thank God. But the one person you should always love the most is God Himself. God sent every blessing. See, God is the reason why life is still here. And you should always have humble humility, patience, compassion, chastity, temperance, charity, faith, and love. And this is your land. And right here, these are the dots represent the materials that are flowing off of the conveyor belt. And you should always be diligent and pick up the material and thank God for it. And this is your land, and use these materials wherever God's sent you. And thank you. And here's the last paper. These are why deadly sins are bad. So the first thing is pride. See, always stay humble. We are not better than anybody else. This is what our mindset should be. See, everybody is on the same level. They can be different size, but they are always on the same level. Always stay humble. Never be like this guy. Because this guy thinks he's better than everybody else. And I tell you, nobody on earth is better than one another. We are all on the same level. You can be the tallest person, you can be the shortest person, you can be like in the middle, but you can have more money, you can have like more like anything. But I tell you, we are all on the same level. For example, a lot of people might think, oh, Mr. Beast has the most money. Like that means he's like the best YouTuber. But sometimes pretty much Money does not make you better. Just because he has more money, that doesn't mean he's better. We all on the same level regardless of your life. And thinking you're better than others, that is literally the deadliest sin of them all. So always be like the ones on the right. These people, humble. And the next one. This might kind of like connect to a little bit of pride. So yeah. So you got greed. And you see right here, I threw like a container with holes and put never satisfied. Greed is like a bottomless pit. You're never satisfied. No matter how much you keep filling in the cup, you still are never satisfied. It is eventually going to empty. Now you want more. You want more. And pretty much that stuff can be dangerous, especially if you are a money person. Like, for example, like the person like with greed will literally, like, let's say like the goal is 5 mil, and that's your goal. Person with greed will do like this. I got 5 mil now. Now we just gonna go to 10 mil. Then once he gets to 10 mil, he's gonna go to 12 mil. Once he gets 12 mil, he's gonna go to 15 mil. Like it just keeps climbing up and up. And pretty much also, especially when you have pride with you, with greed, you're just gonna think, oh, since I have more money, I'm better, I live a rich and luxury lifestyle, nobody can compare to me. And this is what happens when you get you and you connect with pride. You're gonna have that type of mindset. And I'm telling you, one day about pride, you are gonna like pretty much throw people down. You're gonna mock, and this can literally be extremely dangerous. So lust, love, and obsess too much. Listen, I just drew a picture like this represents the woman and this represents the man. See, one thing is, it's not all about the flesh or objects. You should never lust over anything. Because one thing I think I heard is like it darkens the soul. And pretty much this stuff is like extremely dangerous and why it's considered a deadly sin. And I'm telling you, like lusting over anything can actually hurt you in the long run, even if you don't think about it. Tell you like we all like suffer from lust too. So I encourage you, try your best. Do not fall into lust. Don't be obsessed with the flesh itself. You should be more into focus on your soul, your spirit, your life, and all your loved ones. But do not lust or like be obsessed with the flesh or any object. So yeah, like do not lust. So you got sloth, lazy. And this is one thing like I would like to have a debate about if I can about sloth, because like one thing is like the reason why I like to have a debate, because I feel like whenever you have the lazy ones who don't want work, it's kind of like think about the construction site, for example. So like you have 6 people who are working, but there is 7 total members who should be working together. But you have 6 people that are working, and your boss say finish this at pretty much this time. Let's say like Sunday on like March Sunday through like May like Wednesday, like that. So let's say like that. That's what the project should be built. One day about having sloth, you are putting more pressure on the workers. If you do not help, you actually are stressing the workers out more, and pretty much you are putting more pressure on their body. See, one extra person will always help a lot. But there are 6 workers, and this work is a 7-member job. And the sloth just lays around everything, just watch the workers just suffer, and like telling you like this is gonna be bad if you had the lazy ones. And another thing I want to say about sloth is, so pretty much once the project's done and you're right, and the boss came back and the project is completely finished by the 6th worker. Remember, this is a 7-worker job, and you have 6 workers who did the job, and the 7th one want to count himself in, say he also helped too. But the workers tell the truth, say you just laid there all day, you didn't do nothing. Which they are telling the truth. The sloth one will say, I was here all day, like I was helping y'all, like just want to twist words, like everything. And this is also can connect you to pride, because you will twist words and always say you're right, and think because you are literally right there at the construction site with them, you just think pretty much you also help along, which you did not move a single muscle, you just watched and just did nothing, which can also connect you to pride. Envy wants something the other has. Yeah, like pretty much the bad thing about envy, wants something what someone has, but you also think, oh, this person has more money than me, or this person has a bigger house than me, that means I'm not good. No, don't think that. Do not think that. I'm telling you, just because someone has more stuff than you, that doesn't mean that their life is better. Remember, we are all on the same level, especially in the Lord's eyes. We are all on the same level. Just because someone has a Bugatti and you have like a PT Cruiser, that doesn't mean that man is better. Yes, the car may be fast and everything, but you can still get to your destination along as you have patience and along the vehicle runs well. Just because the Bugatti is faster and he can get there fast, but you can still arrive at his same location with the PT Cruiser, even though it's slower. Still, you still got there. So yeah, and one thing is, never compare yourself to others, because that can ruin your joy. And I tell you, being a person without joy is bad. I'm telling you, I felt it a lot of times. Without God's joy, like I just feel like garbage. So next one, glutton, overconsume. It's kind of like these people who, I don't know if I consider this glutton, but I would say like eating eating too much, over consuming is glutton. But I'm talking about the steroids. Like I don't know like if that's actually glutton, but like over consuming can still pretty much hurt you. You're literally hurting the body, which is God's temple. Remember, this is God's temple. This is not your body first. This is God's temple. So pretty much glutton, over consuming, and pretty much you can actually hurt yourself in the long run. Over consuming stuff is really bad. And pretty much this can also be hooked to greed. And this, I don't know if this makes sense, but pretty much I feel like if you have glutton and you hook to greed, you can also grow your pride too, which we do not want to be prideful. And envy can actually grow your pride, especially if you have that mindset, oh, now I have more like money than this person, now I have like a faster car than him, everything, and you literally look at that person and let you say, "Oh, I have more than you," like, and pretty much now that you got what you want, and this is gonna make you like doubt the person who got the Bugatti. Now that you have like a faster one, that is just also gonna grow your pride. You're just gonna look down on the person. And finally, wrath, anger. Forgot what wrath is, but I know it's anger. So pretty much, this sin can actually make you lose your mind. Like you can't think straight. You lose control, and this can make you do destruction. And wrath is literally just straight up thing. Especially if you're anger at somebody, anybody, especially, and just because like you shout your voice or like literally look at that person with pure red eyes and literally just try to like bang on it or like throw words at him, try to like pretty much tear him down. You are losing your mind when you have wrath. I'm telling you, like you are straight up losing your mind. So the best thing to do is like I tell you, find yourself. Do not get into wrath. If someone is trying to push your buttons constantly, I'm telling you, don't react to it. Just like let them, like just sit there. Let him run his mouth. And also, do not help wrath people, cause you're just gonna have to like do it again. But yeah, that concludes for this. So yeah, this is my opinion. So like, if y'all have anything that y'all want to say, go right ahead. I am not scared of to have no debate with anybody. I don't fear anybody. The only thing I fear is the Lord. And as always, God bless y'all. And remember, try your best, stay out of sin, especially pride. God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. So as always, love y'all. God bless y'all. Peace out.